This video is sponsored by Wing Technology, your ultimate flight sim hardware solution.
Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing very well. For today's valued viewer request we have from the Botman _. Hey Cap, you should really try this Su-30MK M modernization K commercial, so export version mod. It has been modeled thrust vectoring. Don't eject, because it will make your game crash. You will be directed here. I will give you the link in the video description you're watching now to come here. Let's have a little look from Freebirds with 2 Ds and a Z. Hello folks, work in progress to revive the Su-30K combatants mod. Trying to achieve. Thanks for Combat Ace. We've got an external 3D model. Still need and internal cockpit, so it's just using the Su-33, which can't be that far away, so it's not the end of the world. First attempt at a custom EFM external flight model. This means that it will be able to do things like thrust vectoring. Not easy to do, requires a lot of specialist skills to create an EFM. This is not something your average modder can do, so we'll see how it is. Thanks to Captain Smiley's templates for that. Work in progress. ASM, Advanced System Modeling. We have two versions, the Su-30M for the air-to-ground and the MK for the air-to-air. You can't at the moment do a multi-role in this kind of level of mod. It is this one here, the download, so I'm going to click on 1.6. You've got two RARs, the old one with the standard flight model and a new one. We're going to right-click and we're going to click download. Once it's downloaded, go to your downloads folder. You will find it there. It's a RAR file. I think it's WinRAR you need to install to access it, I think. Double click on it there, get rid of that. Right click on Su-30MK and copy files to clipboard. Zap! Okay, let's just get out of there. Then we're going to go to our saved games folder. For me it's on C drive, yours will probably be on C drive. Users, your particular username. Saved games, for me it's DCS Open Beta, for you it may be DCS. Mods, if you don't have a mods folder, create it exactly like that. Aircraft, again, if you don't have that folder, create it exactly like that. Right click, paste, and as you can see, I've already put my Su-30MK in there. That's it, installed. We're in game now, we're going to go to our options there. We're in game now, let's go to main options there. Let's go to controls there. Let's find our aircraft. We've got the Su-30M we need to set up. Very simply, you need to set this up exactly the same as if you were setting up the controls for an Su-27 flanker or an Su-33. There's pretty much nothing different as far as we can see. So please go and watch one of our 10-minute videos for either of the flankers showing how to set the controls up, and you'll get every control there. One tiny difference with the MK model is that you get a couple of extras. So you've got an MFD, some controls there, and you've got a UFC, some controls there. Otherwise, like I said, the same as the flankers. Next, how easiest to fly them? Well, we're going to go into mission editor. We're going to start a new mission on Caucasus. We're going to add some aircraft in. So, new aircraft group. Make sure it's Russian. Let's go down here and choose Su-30MK. Click it there. Make it client. We're going to create a new aircraft group. Put something else down. I've got a MiG-29A that's veteran. Let's just put that down there. Next, once it's been created, I'm going to change this to nothing. Nothing. You have to do this to get an M version in for some reason. Now you can go and choose the Su-30M. Zap, we've now got an Su-30M client, change its altitude and whatnot. Next, let's go and have a look at some weapons. This guy here is the air-to-air version, the MK. Let's go into the ordnance. It's essentially exactly the same as I forget whether it's a sea flanker or a land flanker, one of them, but there's no need for me to go over. It's the same air-to-air weapons. If you want the air-to-ground version, it's a bit more exciting. We're going to go in there, all kinds of cool new weapons. So, I'm just thinking what we can put in here. Let's do bombs. Look, all kinds of cool bombs, including optical and laser guided GBUs and clusters and all sorts of interesting stuff. So that would be a nice bomb there. Air-to-ground missiles, interesting missiles, KH-29s. They're very interesting missiles. Here, what do we got? Let's try a... oh, hang on, which one's the center one? Let's put my pod before I go anywhere. Let's put a Phantasmagoria. Elint in. More air-to-ground missiles. Let's put a KH-31 in. Air-to-ground missiles. Let's put a KH-59 in. Let's put a KH-35 in. So all kinds of awesome stuff. Another KH-29, and you get the point. You get the picture. So this is going to be our kind of multi-role, anti-ship, anti-tank, anti-bunker, anti-everything variant. We're going to also turn the fuel down because we're going to show you the vectored thrust. We're going to save that and we're going to get into game. We're in 2 ground-started MK air-to-air versions. We have our engines now turned off. Just to roughly show you how to get started and armed up. That will be the armament menu there. That will be turning the electrics on there. That will be starting left engine. That will be starting right engine. That will be using nozzle steering and your various normal axis controls. So with our engines off, our canopy up, we're going to press the armament menu, and I'm not going to arm up now, but if I wanted to, I could go through each station, right click and put my air-to-air missiles or whatever I want to put on these, okay, and then press OK and let it arm up. So let's pretend we've done that. Next, right shift and Lima, electrics on. Next, engine left start. You can see the tacho starting to move. And next, engine right start. Let them spool up, so tachos, and they'll settle around 50-60%. Left shift and C for canopy. Let's take this time to have a look around the model. Pretty decent model. I'm going to thrust forwards, thrust up on both engines. It's a little sticky. I think it's a problem with the EFM. It sticks to the ground a bit, as you'll find out, but so be it. Nozzle steering. Note that your rudder will be inverted on the ground. So you actually push right to go left and left to go right. We haven't figured out what this is. Again, work in progress. There's not much else to show. It's basically ready for takeoff. Go full power. Aft stick, take off, and then you're airborne. So we're going to jump to the air-to-air variants now. To use the air-to-air weapons is identical to using the Su-30 Flaming Cliffs 3 module. So if you want to know anything about any of these air-to-air weapons, please go and watch my flanker air-to-air tutorials, which you'll find in the flanker tutorial playlist. I haven't found any difference. You've got your helmet mounted display. You've got your vertical scan, you've got your BVI, you've got your radar, you've got your electro-optical, and so on. The only difference we found with this version is we have vectored thrust. If we want to use it, we're going to press this button here, zap, press it quite solidly, and then go on F2 and check that the nozzles now move. Didn't work. Now it does work. Let's go and have some fun. I'm going to try and do a tail slide. This is not a particularly good EFM, but it sort of does its job. I'm going to try and do a tail slide. I'm not particularly good at this, but I'll try rolling over. Whoops. Try that again. You'll see what I mean as soon as you drive it. It goes at limits very easily, and you know the model just kind of breaks down. But if you want to laugh, why not? Look at me, I'm so stupid. Oh, I'm not getting out of that, Simba. I'm not getting out of this. Eject. Too late. Oh. Don't eject. If you eject, this will crash. Go on, give us a quick show off of your nozzles, number 2. Look at him go. Stupid.
Well, I can save it.
Yeah, can you really? Oh, you don't see third-party nozzles moving. That's a shame. Next, we're going to go on air-to-ground. We're now in a M version. That's an air-to-ground version. Sorry about the bugginess, but it's a mod. I've got all sorts of interesting stuff. E-Link pod, I've got a KH-35 anti-ship missile, I've got KH-29 tangos, I've got whatever the hell that is, I've got a KH-29, I've got all kinds of really interesting equipment there. I'm going to use a bit of it. So what we're going to do is go to air-to-ground mode. Think about using an Su-25T. There's no excuse, you should all know it. It's a free module that everyone starts with. So air-to-ground mode with 7, electro-optical on with O, They're now going to turn in, try and find some bad guys. We're going to start with the KH-25T, which are optical guide. They're a bit like Mavericks. I'm not turning tight enough, so I'm going to turn my vector thrust on. Vector thrust engage, and turn it off. So that's a use of vector thrust. I'm going to use my TDC slew to slew my Shkval around. Find the baddies. All of this you should know from the Su-25. There's no excuse not to know any of this. Target lock, ground stabilize, lock on a bad guy. I think I've got a bad guy locked. Press the trigger. Zoom. Why not put 2 in there for fun? They're kind of like bunker busting Mavericks, these things. They're pretty sweet. And kaboomy! Good fun. Next, let me just go around. Oh dear, I need to pull up quickly. Vector thrust on. Vector thrust off. Pretty cool. It's actually quite useful. It's actually quite useful. Okay, let's choose a new weapon value, viewers. See what we're going to have. I don't know. We've got a KH-35. That is a massive anti-ship weapon. Why not? For S-word and giggles, have a go with that. Almost certainly won't work, but we'll try. Oh dear, I can't turn quick enough. I need my vector thrust on. There it is, and off again. Then we've got some bad guys. Line them up. Lock them on. Get that target. Launch authority override. Fire the massive anti-ship missile. What could possibly go wrong with that? Oh my god! It's going to find a ship. What ship is it going to find? I really don't know. We found that ship. Getting in trouble, vector thrust on. I'm starting to like my thrust now. Oh, no I'm not. I'm getting myself in trouble. Use with caution. And off. Right, next weapon. Okay, next is a KH-59. I've actually got nothing to shoot at. It's an E-lint weapon. But I'll show you. If I were to press my E-lint button on, you can see the Phantasmagoria pod is now on, my ETS. And I could literally go around and shoot a SAM with my KH-59, and as far as I'm aware, it will actually work. So I can do proper seed operations with that, which is cool. I got a 31A. I don't even know what a 31A is. I've never heard of it before, I don't think. I'm going to try shooting it and seeing what it is. Stand by. Okay, locked on one, and fire with 31A. I won't fire. I'm probably out of parameters. It's probably a big cruise missile, and it probably needs to fire from miles away. Never mind. Let's try something else. We've got a... Find one of them. Try and drop one of them. No, come back. I dropped the bomb. The 15K R is a whopping great bomb. It's that thing on the middle pylon, I think. Anyway, that's all I can get to work for the time being. If you were to invest some more time, you could probably get the other guys working as well. This is not supposed to be a proper tutorial because this is not a fully finished mod yet. Go in, have some fun, don't take it too seriously. None of these little mods like this are particularly accurate, but they are a bit of fun. And at the end of the day, this side of it is a game. Have fun with the thrust vectoring. Whoop. And that's it. Anything you want to add, Mr. Simba?
Nothing.
Right, I hope you otherwise enjoyed that. See you later.